Well, good day, wildlife warriors. It's your mate Steve, and today we're diving headfirst into the incredible world of one of the most powerful primates on this beautiful planet, the mighty gorilla. Now, these aren't just big, gentle giants munching on leaves. Oh no! There's some serious power packed into these magnificent creatures, especially when it comes to their bite. Can you believe it? A gorilla's bite force can be around a whopping 1,300 pounds per square inch. That's PSI for short. And let me tell you, that is absolutely mind-blowing strength, enough to make your jaw drop, literally. We're talking serious crushing power here, folks, a real testament to nature's engineering. This isn't just a little nibble, we're talking about a bite that can make even the toughest nuts and branches seem like a piece of cake. Imagine the force needed to crack open a super hard coconut with just your teeth. Well, a gorilla can do that and then some, without even breaking a sweat. This incredible strength isn't just for show, it's a vital tool for their survival out there in the dense African forests. It helps them process the tough vegetation that makes up their diet, and it plays a role in their complex social lives too. We're going to explore all of that, looking at how this power compares to other amazing animals. Throughout this adventure, we're going to get up close and personal, well, not too close, with the science behind this amazing bite. We'll look at their incredible jaw muscles, the very shape of their skulls that allows for such power, and of course, those impressive teeth they've got. It's a beautiful design, perfectly adapted for their lifestyle. We'll also compare their chompers to some other well-known biters in the animal kingdom, including us humans, our best canine friends, and even some of the top predators out there like lions and grizzly bears. You might be surprised by what we find out, I reckon. So stick with me, you little beauty, as we journey into the heart of gorilla country to understand this phenomenal feat of nature. We'll uncover why these gentle giants need such a powerful bite, how it helps them thrive, and what it tells us about their incredible adaptations. It's going to be an absolute ripper of an exploration full of fascinating facts and a deep appreciation for these magnificent animals. Understanding this power helps us appreciate just how wonderfully complex and perfectly adapted these creatures are to their wild homes. Let's get to it, you little champions. Alright, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The real comparison of chomping power. We know our gorillas are packing a punch with around 1,300 PSI, but how does that stack up against us humans? Well, an average human bite comes in at a measly 160 to 200 PSI. Crikey! That means a gorilla's bite is more than 6 times stronger than ours. Think about struggling to open a tricky plastic package with your teeth. A gorilla wouldn't even notice the effort. It really puts into perspective the sheer raw power these animals possess. We humans might be brainy, but when it comes to bite force, the gorilla is in a completely different league, a true heavyweight champion of the primate world. Now, what about our furry best mates, the dogs? Man's best friend can have a pretty decent bite, especially some of the bigger breeds. A German Shepherd, a fantastic and loyal dog, might have a bite force of around 230 to 290 PSI. That's a bit more than us for sure, and you wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that. But even a powerful dog like a Mastiff, which can reach up to an impressive 550 PSI, still falls way short of our gorilla mate. The gorilla's bite is more than double that of even the strongest domestic dog breeds. It's a stunning difference, showing just how specialized the gorilla's anatomy is for generating immense pressure. Okay, let's step it up a notch and talk about the king of the African savanna, the mighty lion. Lions are apex predators, built for taking down large prey, so you'd expect them to have a fearsome bite, right? And they do. A lion's bite force is estimated to be around 650 to 700 PSI. That's incredibly powerful, more than enough to do serious damage and hold on to struggling prey. But wait a minute. Our herbivorous gorilla, the gentle giant, still out-chomps the lion by a significant margin. The gorilla's 1,300 PSI is nearly double that of the lion. Isn't that just astounding? It really makes you rethink who has the more powerful bite in that particular contest. This comparison really highlights something special about gorillas. They aren't predators chasing down zebras, yet they possess this incredible biting apparatus. It shows that bite force isn't solely about hunting. It's about the specific dietary needs and ecological niche an animal fills. The gorilla's diet of tough, fibrous plant material requires enormous crushing and grinding power, day in and day out. So while a lion's bite is designed for a quick, powerful grip and kill, the gorilla's is built for sustained power to process its vegetarian meals. What a fantastic example of evolutionary adaptation at its finest beauty. Right then, let's keep this powerhouse comparison rolling. We've seen the gorilla outbite humans, dogs, and even the king of the beasts, the lion. So what about some other real heavyweights of the animal kingdom? Let's talk about the grizzly bear, a truly formidable creature of the North American wilderness. These massive bears are omnivores, eating everything from berries and roots to fish and occasionally larger animals. You'd expect a massive bite from a grizzly, and you'd be right. A grizzly bear can chomp down with a force of around 975 to 1,200 psi. Now that's getting seriously close to our gorilla friend, and some grizzlies might even match it. This puts the gorilla in some seriously elite company, doesn't it? Imagine the sheer power needed to bite with over 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. Both the grizzly and the gorilla have diets that include tough materials. For the grizzly, it might be cracking bones to get at marrow or digging through tough earth and roots. For the gorilla, it's all that fibrous plant matter. So, while the grizzly's bite is formidable and often surpasses the lion, our gorilla still holds its own incredibly well, often matching or even slightly exceeding the grizzly's lower estimates. It's a true testament to the specialized strength developed for its specific dietary needs in the jungle. But now, hold your breath, because we're about to meet the undisputed champion of the bite force world, the one and only saltwater crocodile. Crikey, these prehistoric predators are in a league of their own. A saltwater crocodile can slam its jaws shut with an unbelievable force of around 3,700 psi. Some larger individuals might even go higher. That's nearly 3 times the bite force of our mighty gorilla. When a salty snaps its jaws, it's like a hydraulic press, an explosion of power designed to instantly crush bone and disable massive prey. There's nothing else quite like it on the planet today. A true living dinosaur in terms of raw biting power. So, while the gorilla's 1,300 psi is absolutely astounding and stronger than most land mammals we think of as powerful biters, the crocodile reminds us that there are always bigger fish, or in this case, bigger biters in the natural world. It doesn't take away from the gorilla's incredible strength, though. It just puts it into a wider ecological perspective. The gorilla's bite is perfectly adapted for what it needs to do. Process huge amounts of tough plant food efficiently. The crocodile's bite is adapted for something entirely different. Ambushing and overpowering large animals in the water. Both are stunning examples of nature's power perfectly honed for survival. So how in the world does a gorilla manage to generate such a phenomenal bite? It's not magic, mates. It's all down to some absolutely brilliant biological engineering, starting with the very structure of their skull. If you look at a gorilla's skull, especially a big silverback male, you'll notice some really prominent features. One of the most obvious is something called a sagittal crest. This is a ridge of bone running along the top of the skull from front to back, a bit like a mohawk, made of bone. This crest isn't just for show. It's a crucial anchoring point for massive jaw muscles. The bigger the crest, the more surface area for these powerful muscles to attach. These jaw muscles are the real engines behind that mighty bite. The main ones are called the temporalis muscles, which are huge in gorillas. They fan out from the sides of the skull and attach to that sagittal crest, and then run down to the lower jaw. When these muscles contract, they pull the lower jaw upwards with immense force. Think of them like super strong ropes pulling a heavy lever. Gorillas also have very wide flaring cheekbones called zygomatic arches. These arches are incredibly robust and provide even more space for these massive muscles to pass through and attach, contributing to the overall power and stability of the biting mechanism. It's a beautiful piece of natural architecture. The shape of the gorilla's skull is also perfectly designed to withstand the incredible forces generated during biting. It's a very robust and heavily built structure, not delicate like some other animal skulls. The bones are thick and strong, able to absorb the stress of crushing hard bamboo stalks, bark and other tough plant materials day after day without fracturing. The lower jaw itself, the mandible, is also incredibly thick and deep, providing a solid base for those powerful teeth and resisting the bending forces that occur when biting down hard. Everything about the gorilla's skull screams strength and power, perfectly evolved for its purpose. It's this combination, the sagittal crest for muscle attachment, the sheer size of the temporalis and masseter muscles, the wide zygomatic arches, and the overall robust construction of the skull and mandible that gives the gorilla its legendary bite force. It's not just one thing, but a whole suite of anatomical features working together in perfect harmony. Nature is the ultimate engineer, and the gorilla's skull is a masterpiece of design for generating and withstanding incredible power, all fueled by a diet of plants. Isn't that just incredible, folks? Absolutely amazing. Now, you can have the strongest jaw muscles and the best-built skull in the world, but if your teeth aren't up to the job, all that power goes to waste. Luckily for our gorilla mates, they've got a set of chompers that are perfectly suited for their powerful bite and their tough diet, mate. Adult gorillas have 32 teeth, just like us humans, but the similarity in number is where it mostly ends. Their teeth are generally much larger and more robust, especially their molars. These back teeth are the real workhorses of the gorilla's mouth, designed for crushing and grinding the fibrous plant material that makes up the bulk of their food. They're broad and flat with many cusps, creating a perfect surface for pulverizing tough leaves, stems, and bark. The enamel on a gorilla's teeth is also incredibly thick and strong. Enamel is the hard outer layer of the tooth, and in gorillas it has to withstand the constant wear and tear of chewing abrasive plant matter for hours every day. If their enamel was thin or weak, their teeth would wear down far too quickly, leaving them unable to process their food effectively. This thick enamel ensures their teeth can last a lifetime, grinding away at bamboo, thistles, and other challenging vegetation. It's a crucial adaptation for a long life spent eating such a demanding diet. You can really see how every part of their feeding apparatus is built for durability and power. While their molars are designed for grinding, gorillas also have impressive canine teeth, especially the adult males, the silverbacks. These canines are long, sharp, and very prominent. Now, you might think these are primarily for tearing into meat, but remember, gorillas are overwhelmingly vegetarian. So what are these big pointy teeth for? Well, in males, these large canines are primarily for display and for social interactions within their groups. And sometimes, unfortunately, for fighting with rival males. We'll talk more about that a bit later. But it's important to note that even these impressive canines aren't their main tools for eating. So, the gorilla's dental toolkit is a fascinating combination of power and precision. The incisors at the front are strong for stripping leaves from branches and biting into fruits. Then you have those impressive canines, particularly in males, used more for social signaling than for feeding. And finally, the stars of the show for food processing are those massive flat-topped molars with their thick enamel perfectly designed to crush, grind, and pulverize the toughest plant materials the African forests can throw at them. It's a beautiful system, perfectly evolved to support their lifestyle and their powerful bite, ensuring they get all the nutrients they need. Now, we've talked a lot about how strong a gorilla's bite is, but let's really dig into why they need such incredible chomping power. It all comes down to their diet, folks. Gorillas are primarily herbivores, meaning they eat plants. And they don't just nibble on soft little flowers. Their diet consists of some seriously tough stuff. We're talking about leaves, stems, pith from bamboo, bark, roots, and even some fruits when they can find them. A wild gorilla can spend more than half its day just eating, munching its way through vast quantities of vegetation to get the energy and nutrients it needs to survive and thrive. Think about trying to chew through a tough bamboo stalk or strip bark off a tree with your own teeth. You wouldn't get very far, would you? This plant material is packed with cellulose, which is a very tough carbohydrate that makes up the cell walls of plants. It's difficult to break down, and it requires a lot of mechanical processing. That means chewing and chewing hard. The gorilla's powerful jaws and large flat molars are perfectly adapted to shred, crush, and grind these fibrous materials into a digestible pulp. Without this immense jaw strength, they simply wouldn't be able to access the nutrients locked away inside these tough plants. The sheer volume of food they consume also necessitates a powerful and efficient chewing mechanism. An adult male gorilla can eat up to 18 to 20 kilograms. That's around 40 pounds of vegetation every single day. Crikey! That's a lot of salad. To process that much food, they need to be able to break it down quickly and effectively. Their strong bite allows them to take large mouthfuls and reduce them to smaller, more manageable pieces for swallowing and digestion. This efficiency is crucial, especially in environments where food availability might fluctuate. They need to make the most of every feeding opportunity. So that incredible 1,300 psi bite force isn't just a random superpower, it's a direct evolutionary response to the demands of their vegetarian diet. It's a beautiful example of form following function. The need to break down tough cellulose, process large volumes of food, and access nutrients from resilient plant parts has driven the evolution of their massive jaw muscles, robust skulls, and specialized teeth. It's what allows these gentle giants to be the kings of their jungle environment, fueled entirely by the power of plants. It's a vegetarian lifestyle taken to a whole new level of strength. All right, we've seen how those incredible teeth and mighty jaws are essential for a gorilla's daily bread, or rather their daily bamboo and leaves. But those impressive canines, especially in the big silverback males, have another really important job. They're all about communication and social status. In the complex world of gorilla society, a silverback is the leader of his group, responsible for protecting his family and making important decisions. And sometimes showing off those massive, sharp canines is a way of saying, I'm the boss around here and don't you forget it. It's a powerful visual signal. When a silverback feels threatened, or if another male is challenging his authority, he might engage in a whole range of impressive displays. He might beat his chest, that famous drumming sound. He might roar, stand on his hind legs, or charge. And part of this intimidating display often involves flashing those huge canine teeth. It's a clear warning, a way of trying to resolve a conflict without resorting to an actual physical fight, which can be dangerous for everyone involved. A quick, deliberate yawn can expose these formidable weapons, sending a very clear message to any potential rivals or troublemakers within the group. Of course, sometimes these displays aren't enough, and fights do happen, especially between rival silverbacks competing for control of a group or access to females. In these intense confrontations, those long, sharp canines can become actual weapons capable of inflicting serious wounds. While gorillas are generally peaceful animals, these fights can be brutal, and the strength of their jaws combined with the sharpness of their canines means a bite can cause significant damage to an opponent. It's a dangerous business, this fight for dominance, and those teeth play a crucial role in the outcome. So while the primary function of a gorilla's overall bite strength is for processing their tough plant-based diet, the prominent canine teeth of the males have evolved to serve this dual purpose. They are a symbol of power and status, a tool for intimidation and display, and, in rarer cases, a weapon for defense and competition. It's another fascinating layer to the story of the gorilla's incredible anatomy, showing how different features can be adapted for multiple vital roles in their survival and their complex social structure. Nature is just full of these clever designs, isn't she? Absolutely brilliant. Now, we've talked numbers, we've talked anatomy, and we've compared the gorilla's bite to some serious contenders. But let's get to a question that's probably on a lot of your minds. With all that power, could a gorilla actually break a bone with its bite? The short answer, mates, is a resounding yes, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. With a bite force clocking in at around 1,300 pounds per square inch, a gorilla has more than enough power to crush through bone, and it wouldn't even be a particularly strenuous effort for them, I reckon. Think about what they eat every single day. Super tough bamboo stalks that are incredibly hard and fibrous. They snap through these like we might snap a carrot stick. They also strip bark from trees and crush hard nuts and seeds when available. These activities require immense pressure, far more than what would be needed to break many types of animal bones, including, unfortunately, human bones. The structure of their jaws and the broad, crushing surfaces of their molars are perfectly designed for applying focused force, which is exactly what you need to cause a fracture. It's a sobering thought, but it highlights the raw power we're dealing with. While gorillas are generally gentle and peaceful creatures, and attacks on humans are incredibly rare, usually defensive if they feel threatened or cornered, their potential to cause serious injury with a bite is undeniable. If a gorilla were to bite down with even a fraction of its full force, the damage could be catastrophic. We're talking about the ability to shatter bones, not just crack them. This isn't to paint them as aggressive monsters, far from it. They are magnificent, intelligent animals. But it's important to respect their immense strength and understand the capabilities that come with such powerful anatomy, especially those incredible jaws. So yes, a gorilla could break a bone with its bite, and quite easily too. This isn't something they typically do, as their diet doesn't involve bone crushing in the way a hyena's might. Their power is geared towards pulverizing tough plant matter. However, the latent ability is there, a testament to the sheer force generated by those massive muscles and robust skull. It serves as another reminder of why we must always treat these powerful animals with the utmost respect and give them their space in the wild. Their strength is a key part of their survival, and it's truly awesome to behold. So, as we come to the end of our journey exploring the incredible bite of the gorilla, what's the big takeaway? Well, it's that this amazing strength, this 1,300 psi of pure chomping power, is absolutely crucial for their survival in the wild jungles of Africa. It's not just a cool party trick, it's a fundamental tool that allows them to thrive in their unique ecological niche. Without such a powerful bite, they simply wouldn't be able to process the vast quantities of tough, fibrous vegetation that forms the cornerstone of their diet. It's their key to unlocking the energy stored in leaves, stems, bark, and bamboo. This powerful bite directly impacts their ability to find enough food. Because they can eat such tough materials, they have a wider range of food options available to them, especially during lean times when softer fruits might be scarce. They can literally chew their way through parts of plants that other animals simply can't handle. This dietary flexibility is a massive advantage for survival. It means they can inhabit areas and utilize resources that would be inaccessible to weaker-jawed herbivores. Their bite, therefore, dictates where they can live and how successfully they can raise their young, passing on those strong-jawed genes. Furthermore, as we've seen, for male gorillas, those impressive canines, backed by strong jaw muscles, play a vital role in their social structure and reproductive success. The ability to display strength and, if necessary, defend their family group contributes to their ability to pass on their genes. While actual fighting is a last resort, the threat posed by a powerful bite can be enough to deter rivals and maintain peace within the group. It's all interconnected. The diet shapes the jaw, and the jaw in turn influences social dynamics and overall fitness in the challenging natural world. Ultimately, the gorilla's strong bite is a beautiful example of evolutionary adaptation at its finest. It's a testament to how animals develop specific traits to meet the unique challenges of their environment and lifestyle. From the microscopic structure of their tooth enamel to the macroscopic architecture of their skull and jaw muscles, every element is finely tuned for power and efficiency. Understanding this incredible strength gives us an even deeper appreciation for these magnificent, intelligent, and sadly endangered creatures. They are true powerhouses of the primate world, and their bite is a symbol of their resilience and their rightful place as kings of the jungle. What a beauty!